Hey guys, I am super excited today because I get to bring to you a not depressing negative vlog for once in the last couple weeks. So if you haven't been following my journey, the last couple vlogs have not been very positive. I was getting like bad news after bad news and like things that were delaying things and delays. Anyway, everything's been sorted out. So first off, I'll start with the first very upsetting vlog where I found out that I would need more money to get my home study approved than I originally planned on having saved. Found out through a couple weeks of researching and talking with other people, it is very social worker specific. So my social worker could come and say, I want you to have $20,000 saved before I approve your home study. Or the social worker could just be like, oh, you're fine, and move on. Won't know until that time. So at this point in time, I'm not letting that stop me from starting my home study. Worst case scenario, I start my home study and it comes up and it delays my home study approval. If that happens, I will roll with it and figure it out as I go. But at this point in time, I'm not letting it stop my actual starting of my home study. So that was like the major thing, because I was like, how am I going to come up with all this money before I even start my home study and yada yada. And I was very upset about it. Very, very upset about it. But like I said, I talked to a bunch of people and everyone had a different answer. So it seems like it's very social worker specific. And like I said, if it comes down to it that I have that as an issue, I will deal with it when I get to it. I'm hoping the social worker doesn't really care, because my agency already said that I don't even need to pay for my home study in one fee. They don't care. They understand that adoption is expensive and I can pay that fee in chunks. So I can't see how they would be okay with me paying that fee in chunks, but then come around and be like, oh wait, we want you to have all the next couple fees already saved. So I honestly don't think it's going to be an issue. It is not a provincial mandatory thing. It's not. That's what I had thought it was. That's what I was told it was. It's not. It's social worker specific. So I'm over that. The other thing that was upsetting was my pay was wrong, which I had said in that video that I was pretty sure that it was just because they were waiting for a piece of paper. That piece of paper they got, they adjusted my pay. I already got that money. So yes, I am back to my normalness of income, or what I thought I was going to get paid. Because I didn't know exactly what my deductions were going to be, I'm actually getting paid like $88 less than what I had thought I would probably get paid. But like I said, I didn't know what deductions were going to come off. And honestly, in the big picture, $88 a month is not a huge deal. When I got paid, it was like $800 less than what I thought. So I'm back to being like, okay, because now I just shifted stuff around in my budget to come up with that $88 difference. So I'm still saving for adoption the same amount of money I had originally planned to save for adoption. Yes, I have to cut some things in my budget. Not a big deal. I'm okay with that. So Frugal Fridays will be starting up again Friday, and I'll be going over more budget items. But at this point, everything is good. In my last video, I said I am going to just focus on one fee at a time, and I really try to do that. But then when I got all my budget sorted out, it was like, oh, I could do this, and it was like, shut up, Michelle, just focus on the one fee at a time. So I really am focusing, I'm trying to focus on one fee at a time, but I do have timelines too. So first off, my brother, I had mentioned before, I owe my brother money for helping me move, and that is currently at $2,800. So $2,800, I'm hoping to pay him around $1,200 a month. That depends on a lot of variables, including like how much I want to buy for my apartment versus just leaving things as it is. It kind of comes down to my emotional state. Do I feel like I need something to make this feel more like home versus can I get by without it and just get stuff later? So this past month, I had planned on buying a TV and a computer chair. So I was looking at about $400, $200 for the chair, $200 for the TV. Because I didn't get paid properly, that was not an option. So what I ended up doing was I bought a $40 computer chair, and it's been working fine for me, and I don't have a TV still. And some days I'm like, oh, I wish I had one, but most days I'm actually pretty fine with it. Right now, like I said, $1,200 is what I'm hoping to pay my brother. So $1,200, I get paid the 25th of every month. So $1,200 for October 25th and then $1,200 for November 25th. So that is $2,400. And then I will pay him the remaining $400 for December. December is kind of a weird month because I go home for Christmas, which I'm already regretting, but this will probably be my last Christmas home, which will make my mom furious with me, but it's just not worth the financial cost. So I've already paid for my flight for that and for Taylor to come with me, but I need to pay for luggage, I need to pay for parking, I have to pay for gas and whatnot. This year going home for Christmas, I won't actually spend a lot during Christmas. Usually I use Christmas as like my stock up month. Stock up time, same as summer, I tend to stock up because I'm used to living in remote areas where I can't just drive to Walmart. But that won't be happening this year because of the fact that I live down the road from Walmart. So I have no need to stock up during Christmas time because I can go get it anytime. So I can't see me spending that much in December, but I do have some debt that I would like to get paid off. I have one student loan that is, by that point, almost going to be paid off, so I might use December as the month to kind of like ditch it all. As of this point in time, I do have enough in the fundraiser for my home study agency registration, as well as my home study training registration, and some of my coordinating agency registration. I don't have the full for my coordinating agency registration, and I really want to do both at the same time. I might not. I might end up doing it in chunks. I don't know yet. This is where the whole I'm waiting for one fee at a time and seeing. Maybe in January I'll just be like, you know what, I'm just going to pay for my home study registration in January and then save the money at the end of January towards my coordinating agency. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It also depends on fundraising. I have a fundraiser planned for November and December, so depending on what happens with that, it could be in January I have enough for all my registrations. I don't know. We'll see what happens when it happens. In terms of my actual home study, I should have enough money to start my home study end of March or end of April. That being said, I don't know if I'm going to start it then. The reason for that is because once my home study is approved, I need like $8,000. So to get my dossier to, I was going to say China, India, I follow too many China vlogs, to India. So it doesn't really make sense for me to rush into my home study if once my home study is approved, I'm sitting around waiting for the fees to submit my dossier for India, because of the fact that some of the paperwork that I need for my home study, I also need for my dossier. So, and that expires. So if I get my paperwork done for my home study and then I'm waiting 3 or 4 months anyway to submit it to India, some of that stuff might expire and then I'm paying more money to redo paperwork. So at this point in time, I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. The absolute latest I will be starting my home study is the beginning of August. I'm going to my parents' house for July, and then I'll be back here for August 1st, roughly. I don't know when weekends are and stuff. I don't know exactly when I'm coming back. But my countdown right now is for August 1st, which is 304 days as of filming, which will be, because it's going up tomorrow, 303 days for you guys, which happy birthday to Taylor. It's Taylor's 3rd birthday. I've never had a dog live to be 3. Aw, it's her birthday tomorrow. Anyway, that's so random, but, so yeah, that's like my deadline because of the fact that I need to start my home study by the end of August regardless, because that's when my provincial approval expires. So it's basically going to be, when do I feel like I'm ready to start it? And when do I feel like I'll have enough money to, once I'm approved, to then submit my dossier paperwork right away, so I'm not having things expire and redoing 1,001 things and whatnot, which is the same reason I'm waiting to do my registration for my home study agency, because some of the paperwork I need for that, I need for my coordinating agency, and again, it doesn't make sense to do paperwork twice when I can just wait. It's not like I'm suddenly going to be able to move the process faster, because it's still financially not possible. I can only save money so fast. I can only get money so fast, like fundraising and whatnot. So it just doesn't make sense to rush into paying one fee to then not be able to do anything anyway, if that makes sense. So that's where I'm kind of at right now. Like I said, my brother is a priority right now for my own personal money. Any money that's being fundraised, so like I just got a t-shirt sale, so that money automatically goes to the, not automatically, I manually move it to the adoption fundraiser, but that's where it goes. All the fundraiser money goes to a separate bank account, so that way it's not being touched at all. But my own personal savings at this point is going to my brother because he needs to be paid off before I can even think of doing any of the adoption stuff. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Like I said, I do have a fundraiser that I'm going to be starting November 1st. It's not extremely exciting, but I'm just going to try to see how much we can get raised because, like I said, if I get enough by January, I could be submitting everything in January and getting the ball rolling. So. And then the faster I can get that ball rolling, the faster I can get my home study rolling, faster I can get my dossier rolling, the faster she can be home. But I'm just super excited that things are moving forward. And now that I have like my specific pay, I'm been able to budget a lot better. And if you haven't noticed, my cold is finally gone. It lingered until like midday Friday when I found out that I was getting paid. And then when I got home and actually had the money, it started to go away. And then yesterday it was like just kind of lingering. And then I woke up today and it was gone. Told you it was stress related. So yeah, so I'm super excited. I'm super excited that I feel like I'm at a point where every dollar is a step forward. Whereas before it was a lot of, okay, yeah, sure, the fundraiser money was there. But in terms of my own personal money, I felt like I couldn't contribute to the adoption fund out of my own personal money because I had all these other things going on. I was saving for moving, I was saving for certification fees, I was saving for this, I was saving for that. Whereas now it's like, after my brother's paid, I'm done. All my savings is going to the adoption fund. Sure, there might be little things here and there that I end up buying, like if the lady comes for my home study and she's like, you don't even have a couch, and then maybe I might have to get a couch. Or I might be buying little things for Emmy here and there, depending on my emotional state of things. But all in all, it's not like, oh, I need to save $3,000 to cover me for summer because I'm not getting an income. Oh, I need to save $4,000 to cover me for moving or stuff like that. So I'm not going to ever have that again. The only things is like Christmas, like I said, we'll have a little blip in it. And then July next year, we'll have a little blip because I am flying home for summer. I shouldn't say home. This is my home now. I keep forgetting that, like, this is home. It's so weird to me. But yeah, so I'm super excited. And yeah, I'm so happy to have an actual vlog that's not depressing. This was the vlog I wanted to do last week. I wanted to come on here and be like, this is how much money I can save. This is how fast I'm going to do things. This is my timeline lookingness. Whereas it wasn't working that way. So I'm happy that I got here and it didn't take that much longer than I thought it was going to take. So I can breathe now. So anyway, this vlog is a lot longer than I was planning on it being. But so if you can share the fundraiser, please do, because that's probably like the biggest, finances are the biggest hurdle for me. My paperwork, I have half of it sitting at the door ready to be mailed. Literally just needs to go. But I can't send it until I pay fees for them to accept it. So yeah, so fundraising right now is the only way that my adoption fund is going to increase until my brother's paid off. Once my brother's paid off, like I said, my personal money will then be dumped in there. But yeah, so fundraising, please share the fundraiser. Please donate if you can, even if it's only $5 or whatever, because that really changes a lot. Like, you'd be surprised how many times it's just been $5, $5, $5, but $5 by 10 people, that's $50. That's like 5 times that I mail stuff. Like, you'd be surprised at how much this really helps. I also have t-shirt fundraiser, which will be linked down below, as well as a Just Love Coffee fundraiser, which will be linked down below. And like I said, I have one that's coming up in November. That's not really super exciting, but it's still a fundraiser. So anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to follow me along on this crazy journey. I'm super excited to have you guys with me. You guys are amazing, and I have no clue how I would survive this without you. Please give yourselves a pat on the back, because you guys rock. Questions, comments, suggestions, go down below. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys later. Bye, guys.